Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the last ranking video. I know I've been hitting you guys with these for like the last week, but today we are at the end of the Black Ops games. I know I did it out of order and I did Cold War first, so this will be the last video, Black Ops 4, and yeah, this is an interesting note to end on. Up at number 8, we got Alpha Omega. I was so sad when this map came out. I was looking forward to it so much, but it was just a disappointment. I absolutely loved Nuketown Zombies in Black Ops 2, and this... It just doesn't even hold a candle to it. The Easter egg is weak. I'll admit, the boss fight is fun. But the wonder weapons, unoriginal, the layout of the map, somehow they took a good map and just made it no. There was like a silver protector type thing in this map, but I don't even remember his name because it sucked. And, oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about this map. Fixing the vents for pack-up, oh god, let's move on to number 7, please. Up at number 7, this will be surprising, but I'll explain it. It's Dead of the Night, and I know everybody's gonna go, what? This is like the best Black Ops 4 map, or at least one of them, but I know it is. Trust me, just from the aesthetic alone of the few times I've played it, I love it, but the thing is, it's just because I haven't gotten to play it that much. I don't know what to do on the map, really. The farthest I've gotten is like around 10. That's what I'm saying. I've literally played it like 2 or 3 times, never even pack-a-punched on it. So if I knew the map a bit better, I'm sure it would be a lot higher. Like right now, even though I barely played it, it's still above the bottom spot just because the aesthetic and the atmosphere and the gameplay I've seen of it looks really innovative and really cool. The only thing is, I haven't played it enough to fairly judge it, so I gotta keep that in mind. So there's gonna be a few maps on this list that are kind of like that definitely deserve to be a bit higher, but just due to the fact that I don't know them that well, they're a bit lower than they should be. Up at number 6, another shocking one, Ancient Evil. Now, I could see how many people would say this is the best Black Ops 4 map and arguably one of the best Call of Duty Zombies maps, and again, from the gameplay I've seen, this kind of looks like the next step from like an Origins or a Horizon Drock. You know, you got the 4 wonder weapons, the layout of the map, it's like real big, great details, great bosses, real big set pieces like with Pegasus, and I've seen the final boss fight, like everything looks so cool about this map. Just again, I don't know it too well. The farthest I've gotten is Pack-a-Punch, never even gotten one of the wonder weapons in this map. I've played this map maybe 2 or 3 times again, but this... just from aesthetic alone, again, one of my favorite Black Ops 4 maps. Once I learn it, though, I may have to do a re-ranking of this game. The rest of this list is more familiar territory for me. So at number 5, we got Voyage of Despair. Before this map's release, I was looking forward to it a great deal. I was like, oh my gosh, a Titanic map. This is going to be amazing. But once I played it, lackluster wonder weapon, though the upgrades are pretty cool, like the actual upgrades themselves are cool. I just don't like the process to get said upgrades. Getting the Kraken thing itself is a bit of a pain. The Easter egg I only ever got halfway through just cause, oh my god. Do I need to explain it? Blinking lights? The boss fight looks pretty cool though. My only main complaint with this map, it would be a lot higher if it wasn't for this, but the confusing layout of the map, I always get lost and I have no idea where I'm going. They went for realism over gameplay design, and that should never be how it goes. It should always be gameplay design, and then you go for realism after you get the main foundation down. But for this, they went the other way with it, and it just did not work. It led to a very clunky, clustered feeling map where you always just kind of feel uncomfortable because you never quite know where you're at in the ship, even though it tells you in the top left. That's not enough information just because how similar every area looks. So yeah, this one comes in at number 5 for me, unfortunately. Up at number 4, we got Toten. When this map came out, I had a ton of fun with it. This is actually one of the greatest maps in Zombies, in my opinion. It's a remake of an amazing map. The only thing holding this back would be a somewhat lackluster Easter egg, except for the ending cutscene. I really like the ending cutscene. It's just the fact that there's no boss fight. And I saw Mr. T Lexify talking about this, and it was such a great point that the Great War map was originally supposed to be Revelations. However, they decided to expand it and make a whole game leading up to said Great War map, which was all of Black Ops 4. It was supposed to lead up to TOG, which TOG would have been the Great War map, but due to budget constraints, there was no Great War map. So all of Black Ops 4 ended up actually being filler besides the Chaos stuff. So for me, this kind of just felt like a lackluster conclusion to this journey that we were on for over a decade. But besides all that, it's a fun map. Again, lackluster Easter egg, decent ending, wonder weapons suck doo-doo though. And the fact that you have to grab jars of pee for the East. Alright, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, we got Classified, a remake of a classic, the map 5 from Black Ops 1. This map is pretty fun. The Winter's House still sucks. This map seems to be a bit easier though. The one thing I don't like is the fact that you have to get to around 150. Not even just 100, which would have made sense. 150, which most people couldn't even reach at launch because of the blue screens. And the only way that you can get to it to this day is basically just by glitching or using that shield shot with a Victorious Tortoise, so this is what it is. I like how they brought back Area 51 for Moon though. I really like that touch. Surprisingly, this is the only map for me that actually seems like it fits in with Black Ops 4's systems, like with the perk system. I mean, a few of the Chaos maps do, but when it comes to like Ether maps, this is the only Ether map at least that seems to actually work with BO4's perk system. system, in my opinion. Up at number 2, this will be very surprising for some, but Blood of the Dead. And for me, I'm not a huge Easter egg guy. I love doing Easter eggs, but when I play a game, my first instinct isn't to do the Easter egg. My goal is just to get to high rounds, if you catch my drift. So for me, from a gameplay aspect, this map is actually pretty good. It's inferior to Mob of the Dead, of course, you know, the whole catwalk where you basically have to use your specialist weapon if you want to get across to avoid dying literally like 69 times. That's a pretty common trend for me when it comes to ranking BO4. Easter eggs suck, gameplay decent, perk system in this map, oh no, and the pack-a-punch, ooh, I do not like that, especially since you don't even know where it's at. It doesn't give you any sort of indicator. Like on Call of the Dead, at least they had the light they had the light at the top of the tower to show you where Pack-a-Punch is, but in this map they have nothing like that. Most people don't like BO4's engine. I don't mind it, but it's definitely inferior to Black Ops 3. So I feel like if this map would have been on Black Ops 3 with an adjusted Easter egg and maybe just kept the map the same size as the original Mob of the Dead, it could have been a lot better. One thing I forgot to mention, the Hell's Retriever, which was one of the most iconic parts of Mob of the Dead, is basically just not even viable in this map because you already spawn in with your lethal equipment that is way stronger than the Hell's Retriever. You got a Wraithfire, why get anything else? Why get Monkey Bombs? Why get the Hell's Retriever when you have something that is infinitely better than that? Also, the Magma Gal was a cool addition, though I barely ever use it. I still prefer the Vitriolic Withering. I'm just a boomer. Up at number 1, we have 9. This map, through and through, Easter egg, gameplay is amazing. The Easter egg with the elephant fight, I loved it. The challenge system in the spawn room where you can get your challenges done and then you pick up your rewards off of the pedestal, I absolutely love that. I always go for the Pack-a-Punch Strife. The perk system actually works in the context of this map. I love the layout of the map too. It's just like Shi No Numa. You start in a middle hut and then you branch out to these 4 other sections, but this map also adds the layer underneath, the underground section. Love that to death. What else can I say? It also has a traditional system for getting the Pack-a-Punch open. Kill the 4 people, get the 4 heads. You know how to do it. It's a great map. Love going for high rounds on this map. And when it comes to revisiting BO4, this is usually the only map that I care to go back and revisit. So that's it, guys. 1 full week of rankings, and here we are. We finally reached the end. We covered all of the Black Ops games and World at War. So next will be the retrospect. It'll be coming out with the next day or 2 after you guys are seeing this. Anyways, as always, a shout out to the Patrons, comments, Fav Grandma, and Lil Bootytap. Hopefully I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Peace.